Waiting, episode number 374, Mayberry Clip Joint. Two Chairs No Waiting is brought to you each week by the fine folks over at weaversdepartmentstore.com. Head over to Weavers and check it out. They got the great Mayberry Trivia book by Scott Hopkins. If you enjoy trivia. If you don't, maybe it's getting close to summertime, you got a motorcycle or something, you can get some Mayberry Chopper stuff. We got mouse pads, t-shirts, sweatshirts, all kinds of Mayberry Chopper right there with Barney on the front. You need to check that out. And if you're riding your Mayberry Chopper, you need to get a Mayberry Deputy badge. All over at weaversdepartmentstore.com. Hey, hello everybody. I'm Alan Newsom. I should have said Two Chairs is also brought to you by patrons and listeners just like you. The executive producer of this episode is Paul Mulick. He's one of our patrons over at Patreon. So if you'd like to support the podcast, please do, because we could always afford not to lose money. Hey, I'm Alan Newsom, your host here at Two Chairs No Waiting, and it is always great to have you here in Mayberry with me. Today, whenever you're listening to this, the episode that we're going to talk about, or what we're going to talk about, is Mayberry Clip Joint. Yeah, I thought it was clever, because Floyd, it's a clip joint. Yeah, Floyd talked about it. And really what we're going to be doing this episode is listening to all kinds of audio clips from the Andy Griffith Show. And I think you're going to enjoy it. I know I enjoy just listening to them, getting them ready for the show, because it's always fun for me. Now, most of these clips and stuff came from, if you head over to the, not the Two Chairs, you head over to imayberry.com. If you head over there, there's a link, if you scroll down the page just a little bit, called Sound Files. If you click it, it takes you to Them Timers Are Tricky chapter of the Andy Griffith Show Rio Notchers Club. Now, the Them Timers Are Tricky chapter is run by Emmett Clark. And we have Emmett's Waves there. The Them Timers Are Tricky. So if you head over to the, like I said, to imayberry.com and scroll down to Sound Files and click it, you'll head over to Emmett's Waves. And most of that, they've been online for a long time. So wave files at the time were the way you shared audio files for most people. That was kind of a standardized format in Windows especially, and, Macs and everything can play wave files. So that was the way, way back, man, in the 90s, let me say that again, in the 90s, when Emmett started putting these wave files together, he was actually recording the audio right off of his TV into a recorder of some kind, either a VCR and stuff. He would have to tell us exactly how, but I can't remember. But that was the way he got the audio. And he converted them into WAV files, and he would send them to me, and I would post them online for him, and we got them all going. So anyway, that's where these clips are coming from. Now, why are we doing this clip show, the Mayberry Clip Joint? Why are we doing it? Well, I've had the last couple of weeks at work have been very busy, and not just work. Over the past weekend, my water tank, my hot water heater started leaking. I had to replace the hot water heater. Well, that's not the way I'd really planned to spend the weekend. It was fixing my water heater. At least I could. I couldn't get Emmett, so it's made me think of Emmett. Couldn't get him to come and fix it. And Mr. Wheeler, he was out of town, so I couldn't get him to come over and fix it. But, well, actually, Mr. Wheeler did come by, but he just, he sat around in the house drinking lemonade, and I had to work on the hot water heater. But it's been a busy, busy week or so. And one of the reasons I love the Andy Griffith Show, and I always have, is because you can sit around and watch the Andy Griffith Show and relax and kind of forget about all the things that have been working on you, where your work's been busy, your hot water heater's been leaking and you didn't know it. Whatever your problems might be, you can kind of just set those to the side and enjoy a little bit of fun with Andy and Barney and Opie and Goober and Gomer and Floyd and all the characters there on the Andy Griffith Show. So I thought, why don't I do the podcast this week that would do the same thing for you? So if you're riding around in your car or you're sitting at work and you can do this and you can listen to the podcast or something at work, you could pop this in, you could listen to it, you can pull it up on the website and just listen to these clips that we're going to listen to. Think about what's actually happening on the shows when all these different little clips are going on, because this is a bunch of random clips from the Andy Griffith Show, audio clips that will bring a smile to your face and help you relax and be kind of like a little meditation period for you, so that after you've gone through this, after on the other side of it, you'll be kind of refreshed and ready to see the rest of the day. What do you think? It's worth a try. So let's get started with it. Now, like I said, this is just a bunch of random fun clips from the Andy Griffith Show, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. So let's get going. To start off with, I think from Barney, All Points Bulletin. I may not stop this thing. I may just let it run through. But if I just can't help myself, I may stop and talk to you for a second. But let's get these clips on the road.
We'll put out an All Points Bulletin. We'll set up roadblocks everywhere. I'll track him down if it takes forever. And then I'm going to bring him in alive, Andy, because this boy's mine. You know, Andy, this is where I really belong. Barney Fife in the asphalt jungle.
Attention! Attention! This is Deputy Barney Fife speaking. This is an emergency. Repeat, an emergency.
Hey, Barn, don't you think we ought to make up some animal noises in case we get separated? I could be an owl and go, hoo, hoo. And you could go chick-a-chee, like a squirrel. That way I'd know it's you.
Look, Gomer, you just yell, hey, Barn, and I'll yell, hey, Gomer, okay?
That might work. Shazam. Shazam. Shazam.
Mayberry's just going to turn into a regular sin town.
Hey, Barn, suppose they asked you if you can sing a cappella. What'll you do?
Well, I'd do it. A cappella, a cappella.
So deep a friendship hath one man for another that no female caress shall ever tear it asunder. Boy, the guy that wrote that must have been some kind of a nut.
My cousin Goober ain't stupid. He's ugly, but he ain't stupid.
Now you're putting me on. You're trying to rile me so you can see that vein on my neck stick out. You like that, don't you?
Silence is my game. Mum's my name. Tick-a-lock.
You got time to breathe. You got time for music.
We don't know everything, Andy. There's plenty going on right now in the Twilight Zone that we don't know anything about, and I think we ought to stay clear.
You coming, Ange?
When this is over, I'm gonna kill you.
Wink's as good as a nod to a blind mule.
You beat everything, you know that. Next thing you know, they'll be on motorcycles and wearing them leather jackets and zooming around. They'll take over the whole town, a reign of terror. Oh, shut up, Otis.
Oh, you gonna make me?
Yeah.
All right. Now, boys, stop fighting.
A 1 and a 2 and away we go.
Barney's in jail, Barney's in jail, Barney's in jail.
Oh, yeah, you know what you find in caves? Bats.
Barney.
That's right, bats. You know what they do? They fly in your hair and get tangled up in there and lay their eggs and you go crazy. Hey, Ange, want to go up to the filling station and get a bottle of pop? Well, for my money, he's got all the facial characteristics of a criminal. You know, the narrow chin and the eyes close together and slack jaw with a prominent overbite.
You know who that sounds like?
Who?
You.
He wants to raise my rent. Now look, Floyd. Yeah, Christ the little man, will you? Drive him into the ground. Floyd. Take the very food right out of his mouth.
Goober, do Cary Grant for Andy. He's going to take off on Cary Grant. Go, Goob. Judy. You know who else he can do?
No.
Edward G. Robinson. Do Edward G. Robinson for him, Goober. Listen to this, Andy. Go on, Goob. Edward G. Robinson.
Okay, you guys. Come on, you guys. All right, you guys. Beat it, you guys.
Don't rush it, Floyd. Don't rush it.
I'm so busy. They're just coming in and out and everything. What do you mean, rush?
I don't want the fast treatment. That's what I mean.
Well, this is just a haircut, you know. It isn't a brain operation.
I'm a drawing on you, Sheriff. Draw.
Oh, why don't you turn yourself in peaceful like, son? You'll get a fair trial.
I'm the fastest gun in the West.
Well, you're the shortest, I'll say that.
I'm a duly authorized officer of the law. I ought to be allowed to arrest somebody.
All right, Ernesty, how you keep getting in and out of here?
Come on, Bash, speak up.
I ain't talking. The more you're asking, the more I'm balking.
I don't chew my cabbage twice. And you ain't heard the last, Ernest T. Bass.
Well, Mr. Bass, you have all of your teeth.
Where were you planning to put the gold one?
Oh, right here in front. See these three here? I was going to knock them out. Put the gold one right in the center, leaving space on each side. That'd stand out better that way.
Especially when I'm dancing.
This here's Ernest T. Bass, yeah.
If you wonder who I'll be, it's me. It's Ernest T.
Howdy do to you and you. It's me, it's Ernest T.
Old lamp ride, jump in the fire. Fire too hot, jump in the pot. Pot too black, jump in the crack. Crack too high, jump in the sky. Sky too blue, jump in canoe. Canoe too shallow, jump in the tallow. Tallow too soft, jump in the loft. Loft too rotten, jump in the cotton. Cotton so white, she stay there all night.
All right, you stand still, Ernest T. Bass, and that's an order. If a duck stands still, you can catch him by the bill.
Howdy, Sheriff. Howdy, Deputy.
Ernest T.
Surprise, surprise. I can see it in your eyes.
Ernest T. Bass. One and the same. Bass is the name.
Well, they're doing an awful lot with ESP these days.
What's that?
ESP? Extra sensitive perception.
You have the clearest, bluest, most honest eyes. Oh, they're wonderfully clear and blue.
Yes, they're sort of an azure.
Well, did you know that the size of a horse's eyes are the same at birth as they are when he's fully grown?
Well, it's famous stuff. A lot of celebrities use that. Radio announcers and everything.
Well, I'm fed up, too. I'm sick of the whole thing, too. I feel sorry for you, baby. You had your chance to fly with me, but you wasn't woman enough. Now the balloon's going up without you.
Theo, Teddy ain't big. Gomer says hey.
Lord, hell! If those hamburgers are ruined, I won't be responsible.
Well, I'm fed up, too. I'm sick of the whole thing, too. You try to bring two people together, and what do you get? Heartaches.
Let's just go home then.
Home, that's right, home. Man spends money getting his suit spotted and pressed, takes 2 hours polishing his hat, and for what? Heartaches! Inside that man's body is a little child calling out for help. Help me, he's saying.
Hey, Andy.
Well, hey, Gomer.
Hey, Aunt Babe. Hey, Gomer. Hey, Opie.
Hey, Gomer.
Hey, Andy.
Hey, Gomer.
Say hey to my cousin Goober.
Hey, Goober.
Hey, Andy.
Oh, sir. Get me Thelma Lily. Oh, hi, Phil. Big barn.
Jab, jab, the chocolate smack. Jab, jab, the chocolate smack.
Listen. Judy. Cary Grant say that?
Yeah.
And what was he driving at?
Here, Grant.
Judy.
The letter here for you. Barney, you wouldn't know something about this, would you?
Well, maybe I would, and then again, maybe I would. My fast draw has never been successfully photographed. All they've been able to get so far is a sort of a blur.
I want to tell you something, Hope, and I want you to listen real careful. You're my young'un, and I love you more than anything or anybody in the whole world. And nothing or nobody can ever change that.
I'm Deputy Sheriff Barney Fife, although I do have a nickname I've been stuck with and can't seem to lose. It's Fast Gun Fife. Now, the minute it looks like there's gonna be trouble, we got to nip it! Nip it in the bud! Nip it! Let's hear it! Nip it! Nip it in the bud! You got to nip it in the bud. Nip it. You go read any book you want on the subject of child discipline, and you'll find that every one of them is in favor of bud nipping. Only one way to take care of it.
Nip it.
In the bud.
Nip it in the bud.
He's a first-rate, grade A, #1 nut.
You know, Andy, Barney's a wonderful feller, but sometimes I just don't understand him, do you?
Yeah. He's a nut.
Boy, the guy that wrote that must have been some kind of a nut.
Sheriff's office. This is the sheriff's son, Opie Taylor, speaking.
I could be an owl and go,
Well, you're just, you know what you are, Andy? You're a prince of a fellow, that's what you're. A prince. A prince! That's what you're. A prince.
During our lifetime, we travel many roads. There are big roads and little roads, rocky roads and smooth roads, dirt highways and improved roads. Now, let's take you and that new outfit you got yourself there.
You wear a ruby ring and ride an old horse, the horse will go mad.
I'll see you.
Well, we'll see you, Coon.
Okay. See you, Andy.
Chester Jones, you're a two-faced cheating liar.
He's a pestilence, and a pestilence will find you. You just wait.
There he is. There's the weak-kneed, chicken-livered, yellow-streaked turncoat.
You're a treasure.
Thanks, Andy.
It's okay, turncoat.
Tuscarora.
Oh, Barney, that's beautiful. I've heard about your bullet, Barney.
Paul, Dar, and a door prize.
I can't hear you. What's your hurry?
Hey, Barney, you want to come over and play jacks with me later?
10 weeks, KB. 10 weeks, KB.
Cage sure looks awful empty, don't it, Paul?
Yes, son, it sure does. But don't the trees seem nice and full?
This is a fading flower of forgotten love by Agnes Ellicott Strong. A rose I give to you, this rose so fresh with fragrance rare. Its petals bringing joy to you, the fairest to the fair. Oh, roses are like memories, they fade and pass above. But you, dear heart, will e'er remain my fading flower of forgotten love.
Beak of owl, strip of swine, tooth of comb, take mine from thine. Canaba in, Canaba out, Canaba in, and round about.
Can I ask you something, Miss B?
Of course.
3 hours ago, I showed you my muscles. Then I lifted the bed. Next thing I know, all the appointments have been moved outside and we're scrubbing the house down. Now, how'd that happen?
Well, I made a request of you, and out of your deep affection for me, you fulfilled it.
That what I did, Sheriff?
I'd say so.
Hello, Andy.
Well, morning, Emma. How are you?
Terrible. Ran out of my pills last night and couldn't sleep a wink.
Oh, that's a shame.
Tried watching that late show on television. Even that couldn't put me to sleep. Andy, don't you want to know, did I have a pain last night?
Oh, of course I do. Did you have a pain last night?
Did I have a pain? Started right here in the side and shot down my leg, raced up the other side and around my back, and then went clean on up my neck.
Oh, I'll say one thing for you, Emma. When you have a pain, it really goes places.
Sheriff!
Oh, hi, Emma.
Hey, Sheriff, I come to report a murder.
A murder?
That's right.
Somebody's been murdered?
Yes.
Who?
Me.
You?
Yes, and I'll tell you who done it. That lady druggist, that's who.
Miss Walker?
She's the one. Now, Sheriff, go arrest her. Do your duty.
Well, now, Emma, there's just the teensiest little technicality involved here. You ain't quite dead yet.
Well, I will be. Maybe a week, 10 days. If I don't have my pills, it's just a matter of time.
Well, why won't you have your pills?
That lady druggist, she won't sell them to me. Says I have to have a prescription.
Oh, she does?
You know I never had to have a prescription before. I just come in and put my dime, got my pills. That's the way it's always been.
Well, now, that may be the way it's always been, but with a new druggist and everything, it might be a little bit different.
Different or not, I want my pills. Now, are you going to make that girl give me my pills or not?
Well, Emma, the law don't allow me to force anything like that.
All right, then. I come looking for justice, and it's blood.
Well, now, Emma, don't go away mad.
To think I voted for you last election. Never even considered nobody else. Bad sheriff.
Hail to thee, Miss Mayberry. Hail to thee, all hail. Your loveliness, your majesty brings joy to every male. All hail, all hail. All hail, all hail. All hail, all hail. All... You like it?
Oh, it'll get them right here.
Hey, Andy. Hey, Barn.
Hey, Gomer. Did Wally check the car over?
He went through her with as fine a tooth comb as you can imagine.
All right, let's have the bad news.
Well, he got her running. I brought her over here with me. But she's going to need Plugs, points, bearings, valves, rings, starter switch, ignition wires, water pump, fuel pump, oil pump, clutch bearings, clutch plates, brake lining, brake shoes, brake drums, radiator hose, and radiator hose cover. And I'd give her a good wash, too.
Gomer. Ellen, is anything wrong with my eyes? You're a teacher.
They look fine to me, Goober.
Why don't you ask Floyd to look at him? He's a barber.
Judy.
Shocking the way money goes. Just shocking. I had dinner in a restaurant last night, and you'll never guess what the bill was. 17 and 6 3 farthings. Why, that's almost a quid, give or take a bob or two. And by the time you've left a tip, you're into a guinea.
Oh, well, yeah, you got to spend a quid and some bobs for anything decent.
Shocking it is, just shocking.
Poor Horatio.
All right. Where'd you get the dog?
He followed me, Pa. Followed me everywhere I went.
He did? Well, what you doing with a rope on him?
Well, that helped him follow me.
I seen temptation coming, but it seen me coming too. I seen temptation coming, but it seen me coming too.
Oh, man. I don't know how you guys, how can you listen to all those clips from the Andy Griffith Show? And even if you had started off, you'd been having a rough day, surely you have a smile on the face by the time you get to the end of it. I've seen temptation coming, but it's seen me coming too. Poor Horatio. Folks, that's what the magic of Andy Griffith Show is. You know, when you listen to it, when I listen to it, it does something for you. It makes you a little happier, puts a smile on your face, makes you realize that things aren't as bad as we might think. And I tell you what else does that is getting together with Mayberry people. So I'm going to do a quick little mention, like I did last week, about the Mayberry meetup that's coming up in July the 8th and 9th of 2016. So if you're listening to that, to the episode here in 2016, head over there and check it out. There's going to be a link in the show notes for about the Mayberry meetup 2016 in Mount Airy, North Carolina, the 8th and 9th of July. And I definitely want to invite you. We've already got somewhere in the neighborhood of 16 people have confirmed on Facebook, and we have a few that have confirmed outside of Facebook. So we're heading 20 people or so right now, and just been talking about it for maybe a week. So definitely make those plans. And if you're going to go, get you a room at the Mayberry Motor Inn at mayberrymotorinn.com as soon as you can. All right, so we won't talk any more about that. You can go back to last week's episode and check it out, or head over to the show notes for this week's episode. It'll be 374 Mayberry Clip Joint to check it out. So I got one little bit more bit of fun for you, because now we've gone through all those great clips from the Andy Griffith Show. The chat room was going along with them, and Johnny Paul in there says they really warm his heart listening to all those clips, and had those kind of comments. Somebody said it certainly beats watching the evening news listening to that. So here we go. I want to play this one more little bit for you. That's a video called "We Love Barney Fife," and I think you guys are going to enjoy that. This is by let's see, what's the name of the group? It's not Guns. It's Gums, Gums, Gums and Roses. It's from back in 1990. We Love Barney Fife, and it's sung to the tune of Billy Joel's "We Didn't Start the Fire." Gums and Roses also did They Drive Me Brady, about the Brady Bunch. So let's hear this video, this audio clip here, or audio version of We Love Barney Fife. Hope you guys enjoy this. Well, I said we're going to enjoy it. Let's try it again. Let me see if I can get it to play here. Oh, wait, I remember. That's what I got to do. So are you ready? Let's play it.
The Andy Griffith Show.
Andy Griffith on TV, Sheriff Taylor, Mayberry, Mount Pilot, North Carolina, Raleigh. Fishing Hole, Ernest T, Courthouse, OP, Goober Pile, Gomer Pile. Golly!
Hi, Barney.
Hi, Hope.
Hey, Andy. Hey, Barn.
Hey, Gomer. Oh, hi, Andy.
Hi. Anybody ready for some lunch?
Aunt B in the kitchen, lousy pickles, good fried chicken, Helen Crump, Otis drunk, Emmett's fix-it shop. Criminals would come to town, Fearless Fife tracks him down, his eyes would pop, his gun would drop, he's our favorite TV cop!
We love Barney Fife.
Yeah!
He's the deputy of Mayberry. We love Barney Fife.
That's my name!
He upholds the law with Opie's paw.
Floyd the barber cutting hair, Howard Sprague barber chair, Barney's job is never done, law and order's in his blood. His shaky gun is at your service, catching crooks makes him nervous, Thelma Lou's official stud, nip it in the bud.
This is Deputy Fife speaking and I'm armed.
Relax, Barn.
Andy played the guitar, Barney's in the squad car, driving Mayberry nuts, he's a law enforcement klutz. Ticket writing everyone, he's got one bullet for his gun, bad guys are on the run, book 'em Barney, murder one.
We love Barney Fife.
Yeah.
He's the deputy of Mayberry. Andy Griffith is our life. When the show is done, we'll watch another one rerun.
We love Barney Fife.
You better do as you're told, fella. This is the law speaking. Hey, you up there, hold it. All right, that's all you've had it. Now break it up and beat it. Go on.
Now, Barney.
Mayberry says thanks and happy motoring.
I hope you guys enjoy that. That was We Love Barney Fife and Gums and Roses. So, folks, I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Two Chairs No Waiting. I hope you, I always say folks, I'm really just talking to you. You're the one listening to me right now, right? So I'm always thankful to have you here with me on the podcast and to be a part of the show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'd love to hear from you. You can email me at floyd@imayberry.com and let me know what you thought about this clip show. Can't do this very often because that was an awful lot of clips. I don't know that I could do that again. I want to thank Emmett Clark over at Emmett's Fix-It Shop for all the clips from the show, the audio clips. I want to thank Gums and Roses for We Love Barney Fife. And I want to thank you for being here with me. Hope you'll meet us at Mayberry on July the 8th and 9th, 2016 at the Mayberry Motoring and Gazebo. Friday and Saturday night, we're going to watch episodes of the Andy Griffith Show together and sit around and visit and talk and eat. I'm sure there'll be a lot of fun. It's a great time of fellowship and relaxing. So if you can make it, we'd love to have you. And folks, until next time, we'll see you here on Two Chairs.